I'm an EMT. I work for a private EMS company, probably the largest one in the nation. We run 911 calls alongside the local fire department with our city. This happened a few nights ago on one of my shifts. Unlike the fire department, we do not have stations or beds. If we have no calls, we get posted somewhere until there's a call, that way we're always close by. The night was slow, so we were posted in the heart of the city, right next to a huge hospital which is also a major trauma center and probably the most favored hospital in the area. We had just completed a call where I actually did the report and the medic drove, probably because it was in my skill level and he didn't wanna bother with meager inter-facility transports. Anyways, I'm in the passenger seat of our ambulance and the medic is driving. Call completed, we get posted. We go to the usual spot we park at, it's an old parking lot in the same complex as the hospital. Surrounded by trees, no traffic or street lights, it's a great place to catch some sleep, which is why we went there. So the medic decides to sleep in the back of the ambulance on the bench. I decided to stay up front and listen to the radio for calls. I actually ended up nodding off myself, but we'd get a loud alarm if we got a call anyways. We previously had our windows down on the drive over here. It's in downtown and rather nice outside, so why not? Before nodding off, I turned on the AC and rolled my passenger side window up. About a solid 30 minutes after dozing off, I wake up to the sound of radio chatter. Wasn't for us, no alarm, no tones, just a unit talking to dispatch. However, I do notice one thing, someone standing directly in front of the driver's window looking directly at me through the open window. The only thing I could do was helplessly side-eye the person while listening to other units talk back and forth to dispatch, unable to hail them without moving. I acted like I was waking up, but the person still didn't move. If they were in need of medical aid, they would have said something. All I could do was check my phone helplessly as this figure stared at me. The only thing I could think to do without making it clear I knew he was right there was to text our supervisor and tell him the whole situation. I told him I was terrified and didn't know what to do. About 5 minutes later of sitting in fear, the supervisor rolls up in his patrol car, basically a modern police Ford Explorer but with the company logo on it and red lights instead of blue. All the lights were on and everything. Just as he rolled up, I saw the figure dart out into the brushline behind us. Chief wasn't mad, he later checked the dash cam on the ambulance and saw a figure standing directly in front of it prior to me nodding off. Must not have saw it. We wrote up an incident report, told the incident to the hospital, whose property we were technically on, and vowed to always keep the windows up during the night time. Later that night, I switched to the driver's seat and the medic got in the passenger seat when we got a 911 call. I turned on all the flashers and strobes, and in my side view mirror I saw the same figure as before, only this time his face was lit up by the emergency lights. I've seen him before, prior to the window incident. I transported him from his home to a hospital after he tried killing his family. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I don't know why, how, or when he was released by the psych facility, but I don't want to know. I just know I'm never posting in that parking lot again. This content was provided by Angelo